Hey everyone! Today I'm here to talk to you about the single skein situation. Now you probably don't know what that is because I sort of just made it up, but basically it's just a challenge to use up those single skeins of yarn that we all have in our stash. I can't be the only one, right? Please? I'm not the only one, right? Anyway, those single skeins of yarn that we have in our stash that we really don't know what to do with. We bought without really a specific purpose, and and there it just sits. It just sits there and it looks pretty, or it doesn't look pretty sometimes. And, it just sits there. And this challenge is about getting those skeins out of your stash, figuring out what to do with it, and actually doing it. Like starting the project, finishing the project. What I decided to do was create a Ravelry board. I never really intended to create one when I started this YouTube channel. It never really seemed like I would need to because YouTube's great. But quite frankly, for certain things like this, I think it's better to have sort of a forum style format because it's just easier. And, when it comes to prizes, hint, there's a prize. I think it's just easier to do. So go ahead and join Ravelry, and that way you can see everything. All of the links and stuff will be in the description bar. The group is called Crafting with Claudie, and so you should be able to search for it. If you go to my profile page, it's like the third or fourth one down of the groups that I'm in. It says Crafting with Claudie on it. It's got my little green and my green logo thing on it. So go ahead and check that out. I hope you join. I don't know what's up with the thumbs up. I'm sorry. I really hope you join. It'd be great. I really hope that other people want to participate, and I hope I'm not the only one who has this problem. The reason I even started thinking about this challenge was because I'm redoing my craft closet. I had to take everything out and sort of paint and all of that stuff, and as I was putting it back in, I was sorting my yarn, and quite frankly, I don't have room for all of the yarn I have. I have a pretty large craft closet in this room. The closet's, it's not a walk-in, but it's big, and I have a certain amount of space that I can use for yarn, and I have more yarn than will fit in there. So I am trying to use it up, trying to be good, and not just like buy a shelf. I wish my house was bigger sometimes because then I could just have all of the yarn, but I can't. So it is what it is. So as I was sort of putting everything back in, I started setting aside those single skeins that, had that basic definition of, I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with you. So I set them aside. They're actually in two boxes, not huge boxes, and they're not like stacked up on top of each other, but there's a lot. It's a lot. So, or at least for me, it's a lot. It's probably nothing compared to like for some people, but for me, it's a lot. So, I set those aside and decided that that's what I was going to work on. I was just going to try to use up those single skeins of yarn before I really bought any more yarn. That probably won't happen. I will probably buy yarn before I finish using all of those skeins, but if I can make a good dent in it, it would be great. So yeah, I just, I have these skeins and I want to use them. And as I thought about it more and I talked to my husband about it a little bit, and I was like, I wonder if other people might want to, participate if I make a challenge out of it. And it might motivate me a little bit to maybe do more. Or give me ideas. Like when I see other people using things, I could be like, oh, I can do that too. But really, it would just be nice to have a little bit of support and motivation. And I thought while I was doing it, I could maybe give a prize away. So what I'm going to do for the prize is I'm just going to do a paid for giftable pattern on Ravelry. So up to like $10 US dollars. So hopefully that sounds good. I don't know. That's pretty much any pattern you can get. So there might be more. There might be more expensive ones, but none of the ones I've come across have been more than that. You can get the ebooks that are more, but anyway. that's what the prize is going to be. Now, the way I'm going to sort of format everything is it's one post per person, so you're limited to one entry. If there are duplicates in that thread, they will be deleted. Sorry. The reason I only wanted to do one post per person, one entry per person, is because this is a personal challenge. So I think it'd be great to have all of the projects in one post, so that way you could look back and see everything that you worked on for this period of time. That's, I think that's kind of great. So, and also it's a personal challenge. So if you only have two single skeins of yarn that you are going to include in this challenge, that's fine. But like me, who might have like 20 or more, that way it's not unfair. So everybody just gets one entry, and there we go. You have to be a member of the Ravelry Group to win, and I've got all of the official rules and stuff in that thread, so you can take a look at them there. The only thing I'm sort of going back and forth on is I'm not sure about the time frame. I want to start September 1st of this year, obviously, and my initial thought was going through September 30th, just the end of the month, but I think I might extend it out until middle of October. What do you think? I don't know. I think 6 weeks might be better than 4 weeks-ish. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Let me know. You can either leave that comment here, or you can go over to Ravelry and leave that in the, I'll open up the chatter thread and you can just talk about it in there if that's what you want to do, if you have any opinions. Alrighty, I think I have covered everything that I wanted to talk about with regards to this. Yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. I really, really hope that you guys are interested, and you can use this, whatever you finish, you can use this in conjunction with like other people's cows or challenges or whatever. I don't care if you double dip, triple dip, whatever. I do know that there are some people that are hosting other groups I'm in are having challenges or cows at around the same time. So, I'm sure there are other groups too that you're in that I don't know about. So yeah, I think that would be, a good way to sort of, extra motivation if you need that. Regardless of if I enter into any other contest, I have to do this for myself because, hello, space. I don't have the space to keep this yarn. So, yeah, there are, I will mention you don't have to use like single skein projects, like one skein projects, just so that way that's out there, so you don't think that that's what this is about. You can take like 4 of your skeins or how many ever and combine them and do one thing. And I'm counting using up that single skein as like 75%. Like way more than half. If you have scraps, then it can go into a scrap pile and you can do a scrap project later on. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to double check. We're using the honor system here, but because it's a personal challenge, you wouldn't want to lie to yourself. No. Really though, it's just, it's about what you want to do and what you want to use up. And if you only do one project, then that's fine. You do have to have at least one finished project in your post in order to be eligible for a prize. And then also you have to be willing to put pictures of that finished object. That's just how that works. Because I want to see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's everything. So hop on over to Ravelry and join the group. There you go. Now let's talk about other stuff. Want to talk about other stuff? All right. Let's see. I've got a shawl on that I finished blocking. Well, it just dried. It dried overnight. Can you see? I think it's called the Blue Jean shawl. I actually need to update my Ravelry page because it's not in there yet. So I don't even think I actually put that I had started it yet. But it's like a triangular shawl. It's a triangular shawl. I have not, the ends are still like sticking out crazily. I have to do that. But yeah, so I just used, it's Red Heart Unforgettable Boutique Unforgettable, I think. I don't remember which order it's in. Anyway, I had a couple of skeins of that in my stash, and I needed something to do in front of the TV, so this is what happened. I will put, like, I'll post all of that on Ravelry, and that way you can see that if you're interested. And then there's one other thing I'm finishing today. It's not finished yet, but I will show you. It looks like it's drooling. And if the table moves or makes weird noises, I apologize. Can you see? I'll back up. There we go. Okay, I have to back up some more. It is, okay, I don't know the direction of the camera, but basically it's huge. Let's see, will it fit like that? It is the Happypotamus pattern by Heidi Bears, I believe is her name. And I just finished stuffing it yesterday. And you can see I still have the, I have to sew that in. And then I'm going to do the eyes and the ears, and then I'm done. This is for a birthday present for my niece. She's turning 1. I must love her, right? Because this is huge. I did this out of worsted weight acrylic Red Heart Super Saver yarn because I needed it to be sturdy. And I only did with 3 colors. I think the pattern is like 4 or 5 colors. Some people do it differently. Some people do it in all 1 color, but I just liked this color combination. So, and I had the yarn. So yeah, I'm actually planning on mailing this. I'm a little scared. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to have to buy a huge box to put this in. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm working on. I still have to type up the pattern for the chevron baby blanket tutorial. I referenced the pattern in the video, or else I would just put the video up and wait on that. But so that may not go up until tomorrow. My husband is working some overtime tomorrow because they had like a meltdown at work. Not a literal meltdown, but you know, there's some issues and stuff going on. So even though his building is not even usually open on the weekends, they are going to open it, and he's going to be there for a few hours tomorrow. So I will have time to type up stuff then. Yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling now, and yeah. So go on over to the Ravelry Group board, join, get ready, start pulling some of your skeins out. Yeah, I really would like to see if you do decide to join. I would like to see, like, maybe this is just like just my own weird interest, but I'm gonna post a picture of the yarn that I am considering single skeins, and that's what I'm gonna keep track of, are those particular skeins of yarn for this challenge. And I think that would be kind of good for other people to do, and I'd like to see it. So you can post a picture of that on the chatter thread. And yeah, I don't know. Take a look. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. I will talk to you all later, and I hope to see you guys over on the Ravelry board too. Bye.